Hello, everyone, and welcome to Day Trade Options. We had another great day today. Started out a little rocky for me. Should have taken profit, but early and didn't, and ended up holding for a big loss on Tesla. But I ended up getting that back plus a good bit more. I ended up over 1,000 today, so $1,070 profit today. If I hadn't messed up with Tesla, but that's trading. We're all going to have those days. It looked really good. I just didn't sell soon enough, and I should have sold. Um, I didn't follow my rules, and I'll explain what I did, what I should have done. So, excuse me. My wife just gave me a like a an Irish coffee, so it's pretty good. So anyhow, let's get into it. First trade for me today was Tesla. And as you can see, I lost 587 on Tesla. However, the initial trade idea was great. I had exactly what I wanted. Candle pushed down, pushed back up off the LRC. Once again, candle came down, pushed back up off the LRC, and then ended up closing right above the 216 level. Well, when that took place, I was waiting for as soon as it moved above, I got in. Oops, it's gonna let me do that again. Once it moved above right there, I got in. So I got in with I think 4 contracts, and then I did not. I did. Oh, I did. I held this all the way up. I was up three almost $400 at this point. I did add one on this pullback here, so I actually was running with 5 at this point right here. I had 5 contracts. I took 2 off, which I thought, hey, I'm going to lock in some profit, and my goal was to trade to 220 and exit. Well, I didn't make it that far. It started coming down, and because I was so extended from my 20 EMA, the price was, I should have exited right there. I think I only would have been down, or I may have even had a slight profit. In any event, if I had exited there, it would have been a very minimal loss because I'd already locked in a couple, and I was holding 3, and I held these 3 all the way down to this candle here, which was, I waited for it to come back down below the 20 EMA and close. I wasn't going to give it. I think I did give it almost down to the 216 is when I ended up getting out. So anyway, that was kind of a bummer. The interesting thing is I did
200
draw this
EMA
trend
process.
line, and it literally came down to this LRC line, wicked, 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 and went right back up. So I would have actually been in really decent profit, but you have to follow your rules. I did, and I exited with a loss of $587. However, I probably would have been up a tiny amount right here since I got in here, and I scaled off 2 up there. But that's how the cookie crumbles. I didn't manage that one very well, so I ended up with that loss. And today's price action was a little bit tough, but there was just plenty of trades. The one thing you'll notice with this strategy is there's always a trade. We use grids in our Discord, or I think most of the guys use the grids that I created. Of course, you can put whatever in our stock that you want to trade on them yourselves. But this is my main grid. I have TSM, Qs, Apple, Nvidia, SPY, Google, Amazon. You can see the rest, Meta, so on and so forth. And then as the day is going on, I'm just watching, and I can see which stocks are above or passing through the 20 and the 200, which stocks are interacting with the LRCs, which are just key. It's just
200
so key.
EMA
And
process.
today it was very, very, very key. There were several stocks that you could have traded off of a retest of the yellow LRC or the red LRC. So just fantastic tool. I would urge you to give it a try. It's really, really worth it. Easy strategy, has been super successful for me. I've been extremely consistent every single day. Even though I had a few losses today, I still end up with $1,000 $1,000 green day. So if you haven't tried it or if you don't understand it, come into the Discord, give us a shout. I'll be more than happy to help. Um, and I'll lend a hand. I'll go live with you to help because I really want people to learn the strategy and use it because it's just too good to not use. So also, then I also did let me look at my best trade of the day was an SPX, and I'll get to that in a minute, but I did also have an SPX put that I got into, and I will bring that one up real quick. I'm basically looking at my times of when I entered. Okay, so this one I entered at roughly 10:24, which that makes sense. So a couple times today I traded into the 200. I typically don't do that, but we were pretty extended right here. And at the same time, when I trade, I use many other indicators or other stocks for confirmation. I watch Qs, I watch Apple, I watch ES, I watch Nasdaq, and all the rest, all the big boys. I keep an eye on them to see what they're doing and make sure that they're running with the market. And even if some of them aren't running with the market, if the majority of them are actually starting to move down off of major levels like this here, at the same time I'm in a stock or a trade that's doing the same, then I actually get more confidence and you know at that point I kind of have a high probability that I'm going to get the move that I'm looking for. But I did get into um, a trade at 10:24, which was right here. Actually, it was right on this candle as it was coming through the yellow LRC. I bought puts. I believe I bought two puts. I traded all the way to the red, and when it started coming up, I scaled out one because sometimes our red LRCs and our yellow, mainly our yellow, but our red and our yellow tend to be the more support resistance worthy. So I scaled one off. I held I held all the way until 1042. I actually bought three. I just realized I bought three right here. So I actually bought three right on this candle, and I scaled out the first one on this push down, and then I scaled out the second one on this push down all the way at the bottom. So I got a really good exit on that. And then the last one I held until, what's that time? 1042. So right on this one, as it came up and turned green over the 20 or the 200 EMA, I exited for a $550 profit. So very easy trade, easy to manage. And as you can see, that's how these trades go. It's just crazy how easy it is. Then I did take some SPY puts, and I probably did not trade this very smart, but I'm going to see. Okay, 1114. If I remember correctly, okay, I was taking. Oh, okay, that's what I did. I remember I was taking this on a runner because it broke below this structure right here. So I was thinking, okay, this is going to keep going. It went down. I was in profit, and I held it all the way back up to it closing over the yellow LRC. And as soon as that happened, I exited for a 189 loss. That again is what makes this strategy so amazing. You can use these levels as your risk out levels so that you almost are always winning more during the day as long as you get the proper entries. And that is important. I do know that it's not the easiest thing. It's taken me many years to get to a point where I'm comfortable doing it. Um, and it isn't just one thing. that I use. I use a lot of things, price action, like I said, all the other indicators. I don't use a lot of, I don't use, I'm sorry, not indicators, other stocks. I don't really use many other indicators. I've found over many years that all they do is cause me to lose money. So I basically have deleted all but a couple. I do have RSI on on a couple of my charts that I use. It's on my 5 minute charts. But in any event, I would urge you to get rid of your indicators and just trade price action to levels, to major levels. Use the LRC if you want, or you can come in and draw in your own support resistance levels and watch how price gets to them. Just trade when you start getting a push up off of them, and um, I, I I'm telling you, you'll be much more successful. Excuse me. So my last trade of the day, well, I did a couple other small trades, not really worth a $40 scalp. I did lose a
Look for
77 quick
downside.
one that I got out of. Well, yeah, you know what? Let me look at that so I can show you what I did wrong, because that matters as well, right? Oh, interestingly enough, that was right out of the gates. Oh, that's because I was trying to trade I was trading the strangle strategy today, and I got in on now I would have profited, but I saw price going up, so I exited my strangle strategy, which was right out of the gate. And then this $12 was the other side of my strangle strategy. I was up a couple hundred on that, but I ended up getting out, and I only profited $12. So um, still still a work in progress. We as a group, we're working on that as a strategy. Um, I think we're on like our fifth or sixth day. Some of the guys have done actually pretty decent with it, so I believe it's going to be a formidable strategy. It's just a matter of how we manage it. Um, and I think that's going to be the main thing, is how to manage it. So my last trade was the $1,320, which I stopped trading after that because I really met my quota. And interestingly enough, this one I went in with only two, and it's the one I wish I had went in with a four or five because it just looked so good. I'm going to remove this trend line. So I entered at 11:30. So right as this candle came up, closed, went above, pushed off of my yellow LRC above my 20, above the 200 EMA. I entered on this candle right here. Boom. This one. And I entered with two contracts. I held these all the way up to, I exited on this contract or on this candle because I thought that getting this close to the yellow LRC, I might be getting the final push because I was, in my mind, and also this was a 50% retracement of this move today. So I was thinking, okay, we got a higher high, a lower low. I thought this was going to be a lower high and then a push further down for more downside. But that's why I scaled out and I held one to see what was going to happen. If I had closed below this red, I was going to exit, and I had called that out to the group. At that point, I think I was already up like $900. And then I ended up holding it all the way to 12, what time was it? 12:40, right here. This candle right there. That's the candle I finally got out on. I could have held it to the very top and made possibly, well, I know I would have made like $1,800. But when you get a candle like this, a big red engulfing candle, sometimes you just have to make the decision that you've made enough profit. Oh, by the way, I was up 200%. So, you know, and also I did try to record this live today. However, I didn't realize that my OBS was on my
Look for
mug.
downside.
All I had was my mug shot all day, so I'm batting 1,000 for that. I will be putting out some live trading just so everyone can see how we use it live. It's really the same as what I'm doing now. We just watch price action. We wait for a move above a level or below a level, wait for it to close, get confirmation of the move above, enter, and then Just stay with it until you either close back below the 20, two consecutive closes, um, or vice versa, two consecutive closes if you're on the downside. Um, this is my long LRC, and you can see it gave us a little trouble right there. I did not think we were going to get through that, but we did. I ended up taking profit right there, which was awesome. That was my last trade of the day, and it lasted me almost an hour, or maybe a touch more than an hour. So it was kind of fun to trade. It what's really crazy is it felt like this move. It felt like an eternity I think for most of us. It just was like a slow grind. And also I did zero DTs, so I did have some deterioration as time went on. I would move up. I'd say I'd be up $1,200. I'd get a little bit of sideways movement, and then I would be right back here at only $900. Get this big push up. I'd be up, $1,200 again, sideways. Now I'm only up $1,100.
200
Big
EMA
push
cross
up,
up.
be up. That's kind of how it went most of this whole trade. It was kind of crazy, but it was a great trade, easy trade, like most of them are. Could have traded. I'll just go and look at any stocks. I didn't trade anything else today. That was it. That's all I needed to trade. But this is what I'm talking about when you look at the LRC and how crazy good it is. Now, some of this may fake you, some people out, and me as well sometimes. But if you're looking at SMCI, um, today you could have, when price moved above right here, taken this trade, held it, start coming back, exit. You still profited decent right there, right? You wait for a pullback, see if you get another move above. You do, you hold, you don't go below the 20, you hold, bam, big profit there. Second red candle, you exit. And also, that's the mean or the mid. Ooh, I can't spell. That's the mid of my long LRC. So anytime I'm trading and I hit those levels, I exit because that means I've went from a down here, I went from a big level to a whole nother area, a whole nother level. That's pretty significant in when you're using the linear regression channel. So would have exited right there anyway, probably right on this push. Um, then you wait for another pullback. You exit all your profit. Now you've locked away the profit. You wait, you come back. You could try to enter below here, but again, I don't like trading into the 200. It's really too close, especially on a stock like SMCI. So I would not have traded into the 200, and I would not have traded into the 395 level. I may have to adjust that. It didn't look like it had too much. It held it there, but it looked like it went through it. So maybe the level's a little off. Sometimes I miss on those. Sometimes it just doesn't hit right on the money. But most of the time, my levels are really good. Um, and then it came down to the red LRC. This is very key. When you see this happening and it consolidate, then it pushes back up above the 20. You just enter that and go up, take some profit, and if you get this mess, you exit, right? You just get out and then wait for it to happen again. Comes down, hits the red LRC once again, and you wait for it to get above the 20, enter here, hold. Either you could exit all on the long LRC or scale out. I would exit all and then wait for a move above, which I would have got right there, and then I would have taken it back. I would have got back in right here. Follow this trade up. This huge red candle, I probably would have exited just because I wouldn't want another big red candle. Um, when I get big red candles like that, I just go ahead and get out and lock in profit and then wait and see what happens. And if it keeps going, then it was a good idea to get out. Or, you know, this consolidated, draw your box around the consolidation, enter on break of box, and continue trading. And it's just 410 level, you take profit, you wait for a move above, you enter, and it's just like rinse and repeat. It's very easy to do. as long as you know what you're looking for. It's really simple. Um, and if you're interested in trading this strategy, come to our Discord. I'll have the link in the description. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And I think I'll end it right there. And I hope everyone had a great day today. I had a pretty good day. I was hoping to get a little bit more, but I met my quota of 1,000 a day. So I did well with that. I definitely want to get that increase here in the future, but for now I'm happy with that. And like I said, I hope all you guys did well, and everybody in my Discord server was green today. And so I am done, and I will see you on the next video.